Kenzo Takada once said, fashion is like eating. You shouldn't stick to the same menu. It's always fun to switch things up once in a while. Variety, they say, is the spice of life. And my guest today definitely loves the variety. His designs cater to men, women, and children's fashion. I'm very excited to have Akinpeloye Tolulope of Nack Apparel here with me. I'm Jemima Osunde, and this is Fashion Insider. Hi Tolu.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
You are officially my first male creative on the show for this season.
For real?
Yes, I've had a few women. You're the first
then.
one to be here.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So let's go into it. Tell me about Nack Apparel. I know Nack is an acronym.
Yes, it is.
For?
The Nigerian Articulate Culture Collection.
That's interesting. So what brought about Nack?
Those stories. So I won't be able to tell that story without going to how I grew up. My mom used to be a tailor.
Okay.
So I was one of those kids where after school they take us to our mom's tailoring shop. So I grew up in Kaduna, and growing up for me, making t-shirts, I always felt that they were made in heaven. Anytime I say it, it's funny today, but then, like, I literally couldn't just place it because every time I tried to tell my mom's tailor to make something for me, he never gets it right. So fast forward to when I got into the university, I went to Covenant University. And sometime in my first year, I saw him made a Nigerian t-shirt for the first time. And my life changed forever. So at the time, I didn't have it all clear, but I knew that I wanted a brand that once you come in contact with it, you find it very hard to forget. So, and I knew it had to be an acronym, something around Nigeria. When I came up with the Nack brand, I mean, it was a controversy, understanding that I was in Covenant University at the time.
Oh, yeah.
For some people, Nack means something
else.
Yeah. And so it was interesting because once a lot of people got on it, they stayed with it. And I'm guessing that's how we came about the Nigerian Articulate Culture Collection.
That's quite interesting. Okay. You started Nack in 2006?
Yes, in 2006.
And that's over 10 years now.
Yeah, 12 years to be precise.
Wow, how has it been? What are the challenges you faced, especially since it's in Nigeria?
I think sometimes to grow in Nigeria almost feels impossible. So those kind of challenges, but being able to get out of the rubble and stay on top is what makes you a real businessman in Nigeria. And being able to balance being a creative person and making money. Very hard.
It's one thing to be creative, it's another thing to make money out of that creativity.
Exactly. So those are the challenges for us. But outside that, I think every challenge was what took us to the next level. It's been crazy but interesting.
What inspires your designs? When you sit and you want to come up with a new collection, where do you go to for inspiration? What inspires you? What helps you, with your creativity?
Funny. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but everything inspires me. I mean, you can't be in Nigeria and not be inspired.
I'm not being inspired.
From the downful guy, from the downful guy in the yellow bus,
yes.
To the angry clients, to our culture. My God, we are so rich in culture that if we ever cared to research, we will, for me, I believe that myself and my team, we have what to do for the next 10 years when it comes to creating collections, because I mean, we have over 250 different tribes, about 300 different cultures, and all these cultures are super rich in their beliefs, their ideologies, their dress sense and everything. So I think, yes, we get inspired by all these things.
Do you get your materials here in Nigeria? Do you work with materials from Nigeria, or do you import them? How does that work?
Okay, so I'll correct the material from Nigeria. It's almost impossible to work with materials from Nigeria in fashion. So there's nothing like 100% made in Nigerian item. Most of the fabrics that we use and every designer in Nigeria uses are imported fabrics. But yes, we work with local fabric sellers and also people in the international market.
And everything is made here. You have your
No,
designs.
not everything made here, but 80% of our products are made here. We are not faced with local competition. Thanks to social media today, when you're going through your page, when you pass brands like Zara, all the brands that we admire so much, Louis Vuitton and all of them, you've seen Nack under them. You see Jemima under them. So we're all brands. So we're fighting for the same space, fighting for the same mind. We can't pride ourselves in 100% locally made items because we won't be able to compete with the international market in that sense. So, but 80% of our products are made here.
Your latest collection called the Interlude. Tell me a little bit about that.
For the longest time, because we were in the fashion business, not the fashion creative space, what we were doing was building products for our stores. So in 2018, we decided to create collections, like build our first collection in a very long time. And for us, it was like a holiday collection. So that's why it was called the Interlude collection. And it is military inspired. And even our SS19 collection is actually just grew out of the Interlude collection, like this piece. So this is called like a Teflon piece. You see a lot of work with a lot of straps, you know, and yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
And so it is more military inspired. For us, we believe that for you to survive as a Nigerian, you must have some mindset of winning.
Yes.
You know,
you have to be hardcore.
Yeah, exactly. Hardcore is the word. So that was what inspired the collection. We walked around a lot of green, black, and white, basically.
Where do you see Nack in the next 5 years? What are your plans for the future with the brand?
For us, from the beginning, our vision was to have more stores than GTB branches around the world.
That's a huge task.
I know. I mean, that's why it's a dream. But 5 years from today, honestly, we know that the world is moving faster than it was 10 years ago. And we want to 5 years from today, we hope to be the best representation of Nigeria outside Nigeria.
Okay. When you started out, did you start off as an apparel that dealt with male fashion, or was it always, the intention to do both men and women as well as children?
Yeah. Well, the intention at the time, Jesus Christ, it's interesting because when we started, things I'm saying today, some have become a reality, some are still in the process, but we always knew that we wanted to be one of the big brands in the world. So we started with male fashion, but we found out that in a community of about 4,000 students, demography of 16 to 25, we found out one of the only ways to actually get the market moving is getting different sexes to influence the other sex. So I got the ladies to get the guys to buy, I got the guys to get the ladies to buy. So we already started making male-female stuff even from the beginning. But recently, for over the years, being the only creative director for the brand made me focus more on our masculine pieces. But we have a new team now working on the Nack woman, and I honestly think that it's going to be amazing. Like, I'm excited thinking of it.
I'm
already.
excited. I have a huge smile on my face just hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, it is going to be
so we'll be
interesting.
looking forward to that. Any
yes.
sneak peek you can give us on what the Nack woman will have in store?
Well, the sneak peek will be just who a Nack woman is.
Okay.
A Nack woman is you.
Oh.
A Nigerian woman who is coming from a place where she has to balance culture, religion, and the daring future in front of them. there will be a full launch for a Nack woman.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that. Yes. I personally will be looking forward to the Nack woman collection.
Trust me, don't worry, we'll get to you.
I already know that you make good quality things.
Thank you.
But something that I look out for, and I'm sure a lot of other Nigerians look out for, is price. It has to be affordable, right? So on average, what is the price for a Nack, outfit?
So anytime I get the opportunity to have this conversation, I say pricing is relative. Affordability is also relative.
It's also relative.
So our products vary between 5,000 to 40,000, but majority of our products vary between 5,000 to 15,000 naira.
Okay.
Most
Which
of
is
it.
Not bad.
Yeah. So products that go higher are more of our exclusive pieces. Our accessories like our shoes, because we do 100% leather, and more handmade shoes. So those are the ones that go a little bit higher. Okay. But yeah, I think we're fast fashion affordable.
That's very good to know. I'm completely sold.
Okay.
I'm officially a Nack fan.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on Fashion Insider, and thank you for talking to me.
Yeah.
That's it for today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at NdaniTV. Thank you for watching. I'm Jemima, and this is Fashion Insider.